What are your hopes? What are your dreams?
Oh.
What's your favorite spicy food?
That's a lot of labels,
he's
man.
a Peruvian, so he likes guinea pigs.
I have heard that.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Here's the thing, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, that's over with.
It was me.
It was me. I'm figuring this shit out.
It was me. Who? Me? Shmee? Shmee. Did you ever watch Hook?
What do you mean? Of course I've watched Hook.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, dude. Glenn Close.
I was just about to say Glenn Close has a cameo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gangster.
You ready to do this?
Yeah. I'm tired.
You better perk up, bitch.
I'm perky.
Good Lord. Welcome to the Ever Forward Podcast, your friendly backyard hangout by artists, for artists. Hi, everybody. It's me, Tyler Tackett.
And me, Mair Mulroney.
That was a lot.
It was.
I'm going to need you to relax. It's not that kind of show. That was the chair.
Excuse you.
It was the chair. I mean, I can't do it again, but it was the chair.
Yeah.
You'll
We
hear it.
have a special guest today, and we're very excited about it.
Who?
We can't tell them yet
Oh, because we want them to watch it for a
because
little
we
bit.
want to watch it first.
For the algorithm.
Just kidding. We know who it is because it's on the thumbnail for sure.
Albert Algorithm.
Albert Gorhythm?
Yeah. My friends call him Al. Algorithm.
The algo. Yeah.
The rhythm will get you.
Oh, babe.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
How was your day?
My day was good.
Yeah.
My day was good. What did we do? We had a busy day today. You woke up at the ass crack of dawn, and what did you go do?
I had an audition.
You had an audition. Congratulations. How do you feel like it went?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, tell us. What was this audition for?
Well, it was in person, which is very, very rare nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, that used to be like my day job, essentially, was just go to 3 or 4 different auditions a day.
Oh, dude, no kidding. The amount of times I had to change into my waiter clothes back when I was waiting tables in my car on the 405. Like, I got so good at driving with my knee and setting my tie.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's an art,
Yeah.
dude. That's something that people don't talk about when you have to come out here, all the trials and tribulations they talk about for being a working artist. They don't tell you the special skills you develop, like being able to tie a tie and change clothes on the 405 because you're racing between 3 different casting offices all over town. Then you got to go to your job. God forbid you're at Ocean Park down in Santa Monica.
Oh my God, that would be like a nightmare. I went to that when there was like the Malibu fires.
Yeah.
I had a callback for Nissan, and the director was there. So like the director,
that was pretty
and the
close.
client,
They were still holding the auditions even with the fires going on.
What do you mean it was close? It was in the fires.
Damn.
I was in, so I had to go. I had a callback at who's homie in Glendale? Dan Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a callback there in Glendale, which is the opposite side of Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is very, very large.
Yeah.
And then in rush hour traffic, I get a call back, and it's that day because they wouldn't give me like, I don't know if they used to have like the turnaround the same, like where you have like a 24-hour turnaround. No, it was like, hey, you need to be here. And I was like, they're evacuating Santa Monica right now. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, you want me to go in rush hour traffic in the middle of like a massive fire? And they're like, yeah, the client's there. They want to see you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This role, the audition was dancing. And not like a choreographed piece, just like, let me see how you can move. Like,
is that how you did it?
Literally, that's what it was. They're like, all right, we're going to play like 30 seconds. I was like, this could be a self-tape. I could just send it to them. They're like, no, they want you in person. I was like, Oh my God. So
that's
go there.
That's like the equivalent of this could have been an email.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
This could have been an email.
Yeah.
So I freaking spend like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours getting there. And as I'm driving into it, it's probably like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Oof.
So traffic is terrible, especially because there's all these roads closed down and it's an evacuation. But it is pitch black outside, and there are, like the tumbleweeds that you'll see that like in like the old westerns and stuff. There were burning tumbleweeds just going across the road, and this like trees just on fire everywhere. And I was like,
Doesn't feel like a very good omen for an audition.
No. And I walked in there, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, right? And the casting director is in there and he's like, hey, thanks for coming in, and he's stressed. He's very, very stressed. Mm-hmm. But the client, it's very clear that whoever, like the director, the client, whoever they were there for this big company, they've got this massive budget and they wanted to do an in-person Hollywood audition, no matter what. No fire, rain, hell, whatever.
Oh, they were tourists. They weren't from
tourists.
here.
They're not from LA.
Got
so they were very excited. They had like the whole like buffet thing. It was more about like the food and the stuff. And it's like, hey, how's your day? And I was like, I don't know.
You were like, it's lit.
Yeah. It's lit, literally. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then what did they have me do? They're like, yeah, so we're just going to have you move. And I was like, I did the exact same thing that was in the audition. I was like, so what about this was a callback? It made me really angry. I was like, these are clients who they like, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not your little like, that you going to hire me or not? They did not.
Oh, well, that answers your question.
Right.
What song did they play for you to move to? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
How great would it have been if it was like, the roof is on fire. Yeah.
But this morning, now everything is a self-tape. It's so easy. Callbacks or Zoom, and you don't have to live in Hollywood to get to all of the auditions.
Yeah. But every now and
again, you get one. So this was for a very, very, very big national commercial that would be like a multi-year contract. Yeah. So would be stellar to get. I can't say what it was, but I was auditioning to be a female Sasquatch because they wanted somebody my height, weight, who had creature experience and is used to having prosthetics on their face, because it'd be heavy prosthetics and you have to be in good shape to like wear the suit. Is it like a
sexy Sasquatch? Did you get to see any concept art or anything?
I got to see concept art. I got to see past commercials and upcoming commercials that they're doing. And she is a sexy squash. And they had me like doing all of these movements. That's like, okay, well, can you make it more like hunch? Oh, you're looking too human. Can you like hunch a little and like the way that the arms swing and stuff and like movements and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. So we did all of that. She's supposed to be like doing this Rocky montage, but like as a squash. So they're like, yeah, so like the boxing, but like do it more squash-like.
Sure.
And I was like, oh my God. And then there's dialogue too. So I said the dialogue and they're like, that's great. But you sounded.
What was the dialogue? What'd you have to say?
I can't, it'll give away the product.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay. Damn.
And they're like, that was great. Can you, and I never trust them when they say that, when they're like, that was great. I'm like,
right.
Was it?
Yeah.
And they're like, can you do it? But like, add a little like a growl to it, because she's supposed to be a squash. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I did. And I was like, and I'm trying to be sexy, but like while grunting. And they were like, yeah. And I went full tilt on it. And they were like, yeah, that was a little bit much.
Can you put a little bit more human back in that?
Yeah. So that was my morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
How was yours?
Not nearly as eventful. What did I do this morning? What did I do?
You went to a fitting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have that gig on Monday?
Yeah. I went to a fitting. You know what was cool, actually? So
you were on the NBC lot. That was cool.
Yeah, it was the back lot at Universal. I did have kind of so I get there and you pull up to the security gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have to call ahead of time, check you in, all that stuff, give you your like visitor pass and stuff. So I get there, I give them my ID, and look at my ID, and they go, do you go by Tyler or do you go by Hill, my middle name? And I'm like, have you ever met somebody that
Who goes by Hill?
Yeah. So I was like, Tyler. And they're like, And they're like, yeah, we don't have you in the system.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I call the the wardrobe department, and like, oh, our bad. They must have messed up front. And they go, and so the security guard's like, all right, well, I can't have you here. So can you loop around and go wait over there, and I'll just call you once they give us the go ahead. I'm like, okay. Huh. So I flip around, I go over there. I'm waiting for like 15 minutes.
Mind you, you're scheduled, right? So you're supposed to
Yeah. I was already I was on time, but now I'm running like 15 minutes late or whatever. I mean, they knew that I was going to be late and stuff, so it wasn't a big deal, but I'm sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is going on for a long time. So I get a text from the wardrobe department. And they're like, yo, you should be good. And I'm like, great. So I pull back up, and mind you, during this time, they've switched security guards.
Oh,
it was right in the middle of a shift change.
Yeah.
So I go up, and now I have to give the whole spiel to this new security guard. And they're like kind of eyeing me up and down. I'm okay. And so they check the system, and I'm still not in there. So we just awkwardly sit there for a few minutes. I'm like, so can you call the front? And they're like, no.
Well, what do you do? What's the...
They're like, well, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Why don't you just pull around and go wait over there, and I'll go get like son of a bitch. So I pull around, I go back to the exact same spot, and I'm sitting there for like another like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
No, it's not a big deal. But I will say, when I was sitting there, it was kind of cool. I was, it's really nice. It was like a really nice day today. The weather was really nice. I had the windows down, the sunroof open, and I'm just sitting there and I was listening to some music. And I used to work at the Hard Rock Cafe at Universal City Walk.
Yeah.
Right? And I worked there for, 4 or 5 years. I worked there for a minute.
Oh, that's a long time, yeah.
Yeah, it's not there anymore, but for a minute it was like dead center in Universal City. And we used to do this thing during the summer months. So because it was at Universal Studios, it was a very like seasonal thing.
Yeah.
Like our business was very seasonal. And so I during the summer peak like months or whatever, they would have employees park in the parking structures at the back lot. Oh. Right? So I used to strap on my dirty fucking Hard Rock gear, because I washed those clothes maybe once a week. It was just people's food I was handling. It was fine.
Yeah.
And so I remember we would go to the back lot, and then you'd have to get on a shuttle, and they would shuttle us back up to City Walk. And
that's so annoying. It
was so annoying. It was like a 30-minute add-on to the commute.
I've done shoots for Universal, and
it's big, so they have to commute. You see everybody's on bikes, like strolling around and stuff.
Like once you wrap, it's a whole other hour to get to your car.
Yeah, it can be, right?
Yeah.
But I remember, like, that was a fucking job, dude. I would work there from like open to close some days. So from like 10 to like, if it was on the weekend, sometimes we'd gather till like 1:30 in the morning or something like that. Mm. And it'd be, day and day doing that thing, getting on the bus. And I remember driving, when you get on the shuttle and you'd be driving through the back lot, you'd be passing all these same studios that today I was sitting at. Now, since then, the last couple of years, I've had some opportunities to work on the back lot and stuff before, but for whatever reason today, I found myself sitting there and just kind of like reflecting on, sitting on that bus. And I remember having the thoughts more than once of like sitting there and being so tired, getting shuttled up to this job that I wasn't super stoked about, and I'd be laying my head on the window and my headphones in, and I'd be looking at all the studios that we passed, and I would see like all the cars of people that were going there to, work on the lot, work on one of the stages or whatever.
And you dreamed about it. You're like, this is gonna be me.
Yeah, no, I remember, I'm not even shitting you, dude. I remember having the thought, sitting there in that spot and be like, it's okay. Remember this, because one day you're going to be on the other side of it, looking at it. And so I'm sitting there today and I'm reflecting on all this, and it's a nice moment. Music's the Spotify shuffle was like on point. It was like we were synced up, and I forget what songs were playing, but I remember thinking like, oh, this is like a very like picturesque moment. And I pull in, they get my thing cleared. They let me through. I pull in, and I start going to the building I'm going to go to do my fitting, right? It's like way deep in the lot. And I pass a couple of those shuttles. I don't know if they were having other workers, but it was the same shuttles that I used to be on, heading up towards City Walk. And I, instead of turning the direction they were going this time, I kept going straight deeper into the lot.
You had a different path this time.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like one of those moments where I was able to be present and like kind of reflect and everything. you know, and it makes like little annoyances, like having to wait for a while at the gate, like stuff would be so like insignificant, not even matter.
Yeah.
Also, my other, and I do this all the time. Anytime I work at Universal now, I do this. So I was leaving the fitting and I was getting ready to head out. And you know how they'll do the studio tours? Like if you go to the park, you can get on like their trolleys and they'll take you through the back lot and it's all the fans and you take pictures and they show you like the stages and things like that. And they're always running on the back lot, right? So every time I see one of those and I'm working on the lot, I always I'll look at them, and then when it starts getting closer, I start doing this as I'm walking past them every time.
Brilliant.
And I like to see if people are like, oh, that must be somebody important, you know? Yep. And so today I was leaving and I was getting ready to drive out and a couple of those were coming and I put my sunglasses on and I kind of made a point to like look up and see some people and then quickly go like this and have my hand like up on the steering wheel driving and I could see people like craning their necks.
We did that. There was a shoot for it was just like stills for the park, right? But it was still and video for the park, right? VIP pass or something like that that I was booked on. But it was like a big production, right? And it's all on all of the back lots, right? And essentially we're just playing people who are visiting the park, but got the VIP pass to like do all the tours. But you have everybody doing the tour coming and watching this big production going on and they're like, oh, and it was like it was very, very like fun and cool.
I don't know who that is, but they must be famous. Yeah, you get a lot of that. It was really funny. I was giggling to myself. Yeah, that was my day, and then doing this, you know.
Yeah, you know our actually, when we were doing that shoot, that was kind of peak Dhar time.
Oh, so you actually probably had some people that were up there.
I did, and the director kept being like, who are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm on this thing. And he was like, we should have paid you more. And I was like, probably.
You're like, I'm actually glad you feel that way. I went and took the liberty of revising my own contract. Just sign on the dotted line, sir.
Right? He's like,
there's a couple more commas in this paycheck than what we had initially agreed with.
Well, I think what they were thinking was they were like, you're supposed to be this innocuous person.
Right.
You know,
Got it.
But that's not going to work now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it says VIP. It's for the VIP pass.
Yeah.
So that's what the ad's for. I'm a very important person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But our guest today used to work at Universal. And
really?
he got too famous to work there. So they kind of fired him.
I've gotten fired for much worse reasons.
Yeah, he worked at Hogwarts, and he was like one of the guides, like a Slytherin, and he loved working there.
Yeah,
so much. It was his favorite thing because he's a huge Harry Potter nerd.
Yeah.
But then people started going, once word got out, like once he became kind of popular and people were like, dude, that guy freaking works at Universal.
Yeah.
Like you can go see him like anytime you want. So they were like, man, we got to let you go, dude. People are coming to see you. And their problem is that you're not supposed to take people out of the magical world.
No, it's supposed to be immersive.
You have to be in the character, right?
Yeah.
And so he would stay in character because he's great, but people were going specifically to see him.
With liars, the professional cats working for hire. What they gonna do with you now? What they gonna lead you to now? When you gonna tell the truth now? It's all eyes on you.
What the fuck, man? Hi.
That was my intro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
expecting more compliments.
Not here. No, we're not really about the picking each other up. We're more of a tear each other down and give you the opportunity to build from the ashes.
This is like high school.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
yes.
over
Okay,
again.
cool. So you have watched.
Amazing.
Do me a favor. Hold it a little bit higher.
It's begun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. It's okay. If I had a nickel for every time I had to say that to her, just hold it a little bit higher.
Oh.
That's a joke.
So sexy.
There's-
For those of you guys that didn't get it, that's a sex joke.
That's a sex joke. That's a sex joke.
You guys, welcome to the show, Carlos Chavez.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Big fan of this podcast.
Yeah,
Makes
how many
sense.
episodes
And the
have you watched?
OnlyFans. Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
behind
you.
the scenes content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my best friends in the entire world. I love you so much. Thank you
Honestly,
for
we were
coming
just talking about how we've met in 2018, 2019.
Is it crazy to think that that's almost like, almost 10 years ago?
on. Kind of, yeah.
Kinda.
Like six.
What do you
that's
mean?
6
Oh
years
my
ago?
God, it has been.
Wild,
Yeah,
right?
the better part.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of beautiful changes in our lives, and somehow our friendship made it. That's
Yeah.
a surprise. Didn't really
You're
know that I
telling
was going
me.
to make it.
I live with her. You're telling me.
Yeah. Every year, I'm like, I'm still friends with Mair.
I know.
How is that?
How does that happen?
How is that still going on?
I have to ask then, at what point do you start questioning yourself and seeing where you're going wrong?
Yeah, especially, since I believe everything is a reflection, this is a terrible one.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
quite-
Hey, that's my girlfriend. You watch it, buddy. You watch it, Buster. Carlos, the people are just getting to meet you, so why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself? What do you do? What are your hopes? What are your dreams?
Oh.
What's your favorite spicy food?
That's a lot of
Well,
labels,
he's a
man.
Peruvian, so he likes guinea pigs.
I have heard that.
Yeah,
so
it's a
sorry.
cultural thing. Here's the thing, though. I used to eat them when I was a kid.
Wait, are you for real? Is that
It
a real
was a
thing?
cultural
He's a
thing in
Peruvian
Arequipa.
fuck.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
get
go,
that he's
you go
Peruvian.
in Peru when you're a kid. That's the Sunday meal.
It's like
Oh my gosh.
squirrels for West Virginia.
And then when I moved here, I realized, oh my God, that is actually insane. I shouldn't be doing that.
They're
And then I
pets.
stopped. Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Are they good?
That actually, yeah, that's probably the first question.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Really? Yeah? Tastes like chicken?
I mean, I don't really remember it, but I remember it was like that.
Yeah.
It was like,
You're
chicken.
guinea pig nuggets?
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, no.
like-
It was crazy, too. It's a crazy meal because they literally put everything up there together with the face and everything.
What?
Kind of like China.
When they with the fish?
When I I mean, it's literally the head and everything. It's just there on the plate.
That's horrifying.
It's insane. It's terrible.
guinea pig?
But it's a cultural thing. If you travel to Peru and you go to Cusco, you go to Arequipa, they're gonna ask you to eat that.
Cusco.
Yeah.
Cusco's guinea pig.
That's
The guinea
amazing.
pig for
You should
Cusco.
go.
Well-
Have you guys been to Peru?
No. My best
You should
friend
go.
growing
I'd
up
love
in
to.
like
You should eat frog,
elementary
too.
school
That's
was-
amazing.
Oh,
I have
I've
had
eaten frog.
I've had frog.
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah.
snake.
I've never had snake.
Gator. Gator tail's dope.
Yeah.
Fried gator tail.
Oh,
I
gator.
feel like that'd be a lot like calamari.
It's exactly like calamari.
I can get down
Yeah.
with
It's a
that.
little bit greasier, but it's exactly like calamari. Wait,
I would
hang on.
love
hang on.
to try that.
Hang on. I'm not done with the guinea pig thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done with the guinea pig thing. And then I think we should also probably tell people who the fuck you are. But
Yeah,
first
that's
things
true.
first, more important pressing matters. So do you think first of all, how many
This is going great.
How many it's all downhill from here, trust me. How many people can a singular guinea pig fit? Is it like one person gets their own like little
Yeah.
rotisserie chicken?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, like
Yeah.
those what not doves, but what are those mini like the little mini hens? Like little
Yeah.
hens?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean, if you guys ever go to Peru, it's gonna be one of the most like,
Common things.
yeah. So you should probably, try it out.
Quick
it out.
question. You have told me that Peruvian chicken is not a thing, right? Because
Who said that?
you told me that because I was like, where's a good like back home in DC, we've got
Yeah.
really good Peruvian chicken places.
Yeah.
But out here, I don't know. I've just never I don't see them. It's all Mexican food. So like
You mean pollo like Peruvian chicken, the way
Yeah.
they cook it?
yeah.
There is one place, pollo a la brasa. That's the actual name. Pollo a la brasa.
The name of the spot or the name
No,
of
the name of the
dish?
dish with the
okay.
chicken. Yeah, but it's rotisserie chicken. But
Yeah,
you could
it's
find that there. It's just hard to find it though. That's probably why I
So
said that.
good.
It's extremely hard to find it.
Do you think
Just like guinea pig.
I was gonna ask if
No, I am
Peruvian
sure
chicken was code for guinea
Ever
pig.
since I moved here, I've never even like thought about it because you do end up learning all these new things. It's just like it's never even come to my brain anymore. The fact of until today.
What do you think?
This interview.
What do you think?
I haven't thought about this trauma in 10 years.
What do you think they called the first person that they pitched the idea of eating a guinea pig to? What if they were like, all right, man, we've got this idea. We think we can munch on these little knot hamsters. And what do you think? We're like, hey, Toby, Peruvian Toby. They're like, hey, Peruvian Toby. And he's like, yeah. Do you want to be our guinea pig?
That's genius.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you. All right, so back on task. Carlos, I know you as mostly as an actor, writer, actor of stage and screen.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What came first? Was it stage or screen?
Stage
first.
Yeah, in Peru. I mean, this was when I was in high school, actually. I started coming up with adaptations of all these, like, child books, like kids' stories that they tell you when you're going to bed. Like, Little Red Riding Hood, what was the one with the 3 pigs and the wolf?
Yeah, the
3 pigs.
Yeah. That was
That's
3 little pigs.
3
Three little pigs.
Yeah, you nailed
you
it.
guys are simple. Yeah, 3 little pigs.
Yeah.
And
No,
the
we're not
wolf.
eating guinea pigs.
And now I don't need pigs.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What is that? Oh, what was I saying?
3 Little Pigs. You're making adaptations.
Yeah, adaptations of it.
Yes.
So like I would come up with like funnier ways of telling that story. I believe I made the wolf in one of them metrosexual.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, and like he had all this alter ego, like he was extremely, all about
always gelling
himself.
his fur.
Yes, absolutely.
Got like a,
And
a wolf
and I would do that in this was actually middle school, and then I started really getting creative towards making my own adaptations of kids books. And then that moved into college when I booked a Hamlet play. Never saw acting as an actual thing.
Right.
It was always like a safe place for me,
Did you go to college in Peru?
Yeah, I did business for 1.5 years.
Oh, right on. Oh,
yeah.
Wow, I can't.
Exactly. I mean, it was I couldn't see myself either. And then I think it was 1.5 years after doing business that I was like just feeling so stuck in routine and everything. And acting was always like a safe place where I got to express myself creatively and everything. And I took the classes. I took acting classes, theater classes, and I was always really into it.
Right.
But because I was in Peru, Arequipa, I wasn't really. You just didn't have that in the mind. Like, I want to be an actor. I want to be doing this.
Right.
And then I had a best friend pass away, actually. And that was the big kind of like, you could die tomorrow. This could be it for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the last things he told me before going to Australia was, you should 100% go for what you want. Because he would backpack travel. Is that,
backpacking?
Yeah, he would backpack all over the world. That's how he ended up in Peru. And like he would go all over the world. And he was like 20. He was 21, like 22.
Oh shit!
And I think that was the biggest kind of really impulse that made me want to be like, okay, this could happen at any point.
Yep.
I'm just gonna make something brave and see where this goes. And then I talked to my parents. So supportive. They were like,
"Oh, that's awesome." They were 100% behind you.
Yeah, but I mean, they were like, you got to prove to us that you want to do this.
Had you been doing theater for a while?
It was always just an extra thing.
But
like
you had been in like plays and stuff.
Yes, but it was, middle school plays. Like it's not, it was very much like just an extra activity.
Yeah.
But then when I first told my parents, they were like, okay, well, you gotta prove that you really want to do this if you're gonna move all the way because you have something safe here, And then I talked to my theater coach. I forgot, Arturo. Mm-hmm. Crazy that I remember the names.
Nice.
And I mentioned, hey, is there anything open for me to perform so that I can show to my parents that I really like doing this? And he was like, the craziest thing just happened. One of the actors, because they would only take ensemble in college after the 3rd, 4th year. like the actors.
Oh, and
you
you're
were
a
a freshman.
And yes, it was like a year and a half. And I was like, can I audition for it? And thank God I did so well my first year in the extra activity of acting that my teacher from acting recommended me to Arturo. And she was like, I can speak for him. Have him audition. I know you only take people that are like already have been, with us for a while. Have him audition. See what he does. And I auditioned for Arturo and booked it because the actor that had the role broke his leg. So everything
and
was
you
just...
ended up in the cast.
Oh my
and
God.
I ended up in the cast.
Oh my God, yo! Someone told him right before
Yes.
the play, "Hey, break a leg," and he took
And
that
he
shit
took
literally.
it seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's how it meant to be.
Yeah.
When something is just meant to be, it's crazy to think that was the moment everything for me changed. Because the moment I booked that, I was able to actually perform for, I think it was like 120 people immediately, because it was like a big theater in the city. And I was only there for I played Hamlet's dad, the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only there for 15 minutes, but everything felt alive. And I finally felt like I was living to what I wanted to do. And I've never felt happier or more in my own body while I was on stage.
Yeah.
And that turned everything for me. And I was like, I want to do this.
Did your folks, was it them coming to that play that they were like, all right, we see you?
They saw the happiness and they were like, we've never seen that. And I was like,
that's
yeah.
awesome, man.
And I told them it's the safe place. I want to see where this goes. So I'm going to move to LA. And
your whole family moved, right?
Yeah. They moved after.
Oh, you went first?
They were like, hey, go out there, check it out for us.
Check it out for us. We'll see how it goes.
Like, it's like the guys at the bomb shelter, or like when they're testing bombs, like, yeah, go. And then they get behind a rock and they're like,
yes, that's exactly it. I was the guinea pig.
It all comes back. God damn, that's beautiful. You can't write this shit.
I know. That's it all. It's just a full circle, And
So
that's
how old
how
are
I
you when
ended
this
up here.
happens?
I was freshman. So this was all when I was like
19, 20.
Yeah. I was in my 20s. Yeah. Probably like
early 20s.
Early 20s, like probably even 20 years old. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, 20
that sounds
years
about
old.
right. That's a brave thing to do. So you literally how long between doing that play and having this kind of realization were you packing your bags and on your way?
The thing is, I didn't think about it too much, and that's why I was able to do it.
Yeah.
When I forgot to even tell my teachers I was leaving.
Nice.
So one day, and even my friends from Peru made fun of this. They were laughing all the time. They were like, one day you just never showed up again.
That is such a Carlos move.
And they
awesome.
did.
That is such a thing that you would fucking do.
What do you mean?
It's very
What do you
It's very
mean?
Batman of you.
Do you know that one time you, me, and Chaz were supposed to go see everything everywhere all at once,
Great
right?
movie.
We were at his place filming something.
Yeah.
Right? And then we were going to go see the movie.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Yeah.
And Carlos is like, "Oh, I got to go check something from the car." And Chaz looks at me and goes, "How much you want to bet he doesn't come back?" So it's just me and Chaz in a movie together and have to go back to his place to go pick up my car. And his girlfriend's like, "Where's Carlos?" And I was like, he didn't go. And she's like, "So it was just you two at the movie?" And I was like, "Don't fucking, yeah, it was weird."
I cannot believe I remember that.
Yeah,
I'm sure I had
you do.
something important.
I'm sure I had a good reason.
I'm sure I had something important happening. But yeah, I mean, I get distracted quite easily.
Oh,
And
bro.
once I go into something, it's hard for me, which has been triggering for a lot of people in my life. Because I tell them one thing, I'm like, I'm about to do this, and then and then I realize a week after that I promised that.
Yeah.
And that's why I need to remind myself constantly, So that happened. I mean, I really didn't want to tell people. I was like, this is my own choice, I'm making this
Don't
happen.
give him a chance to try to talk you out of it.
Yeah, and so literally the next day after I left to LA to scout schools and everything, the teachers apparently had my name on the list.
Yeah.
And they were still calling for me. They were like,
because you didn't actually like.
I disappeared.
Bro, you became the stuff of legend.
I disappeared.
You became the stuff of legend, dude. That's so awesome.
And then the next thing they knew, I was studying acting in LA.
So did
It's
you go to
amazing.
another? Did you go to another school? Did you? Come out
Yeah,
here
I
and go to
came
school?
here to do 1 year acting for film at New York Film Academy.
Oh yeah,
And then I got the OPT. Then I got the artist visa, and that's how the whole journey began. You know, and now
Nice.
I'm a citizen, which is truly
How long did that
a blessing.
take?
Yeah,
That took a
yeah.
while. Because that took a long time. Because I remember
Like 5 years.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it was
friends
5
when
years.
you became a citizen. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
it was a big
yeah,
thing.
yeah. We were already friends then.
Yeah.
yeah. You saw a little bit of like towards the end of the process. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got to be a nightmare of a process,
It was-
dude. We got a bunch of friends that have had to go through it, and it just
You know, thankfully, and this is a blessing. It was super quick for me,
really.
and
Oh, nice.
it was just again. I think if if something is meant to be, it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a lot of obstacles, really. You know, so there were some things that we needed to prove, and everything like any other type of visa. You know, you
Right.
always have to prove that you're staying, that you have a job, all of those.
Right. You also a young kid going
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah.
You know.
And thankfully, I had already worked a lot
Yeah.
here, you know, so they saw the credits, and that's what really, you know, made them say, okay, well, he's you know, giving money to
Yeah.
the country, so he's okay.
Yeah,
He can
we
stay.
like him. He can
We
stay.
like
like
him.
him.
It's okay, you know. Yeah,
Did you like NIFA?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. You know, I don't really think it's a school where you want to learn one type of acting.
No, I don't think with
It's
any.
an intro.
Yeah,
to
I think
acting.
it's a good intro. I think it's I did when I first came out here. I did a bunch of like student films
Yeah.
over
Oh,
at
yeah.
NIFA.
Oh, a lot of them
I've
were
worked-
NIFA, probably.
Yeah,
They're
they were.
fantastic.
They were amazing.
They go to
Good.
film
Here's
festivals.
the thing about NIFA. I love that school, and I think it's the number. Like, I think everybody that is interested in doing acting from any international places, they should 100% come to NIFA. They give you 1 year OPT as well, so they give you a whole year to stay here and try to
Nice.
find gigs as an actor.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's a lot of schools don't do that.
That's
It's
really
called
cool.
the
it's
New York
such a-
Film Academy, and it's not just in New York.
Yeah, it's not just in New York.
Yes. New York. Big shout out to New York Film Academy.
What's cool though is they do, and a lot of other film schools do
Yeah.
this too. But my experience with NIFA was, they seem to have a really good curriculum for kids.
Yes.
They make their students, their filmmaking students, go through every position.
Every position, yeah.
They
Yeah.
have access to really solid gear. I did a great short film. The name escapes me of the team behind it, but they were NIFA kids.
Yeah.
And I for a while there, it was one of my like favorite things I had on my demo reel.
The quality, I'm sure, was
Quality was
amazing.
great, and
They had
also
the best equipment.
Great
Really,
equipment,
yeah.
great equipment. They're also young and hungry
They're
and
so-
inspired.
oh my gosh,
they haven't
it's-
been
yeah.
jaded by the
Yeah.
industry yet.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Because I think another good benefit of going to something like that, especially coming from another country,
Yeah.
is it kind of helps you suss out like one, if you want to be there and really do it, you got to kind of see what the culture around filmmaking is out here
yeah.
if you didn't grow up around it. And it shows you how much work goes into making a film, whether it's a short, a feature, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get to decide if like, oh, did I just want to be like a movie star, or did I actually fall in love with this art form?
Do I like
You know?
this?
I think that's one of the things that I miss about school in general is how much innocence
Yeah.
behind the
yeah.
career of acting there is.
Yeah.
Because everybody's so working all the time,
Yeah.
doing all these movies all the time, learning about all sorts of equipments, you
Yep.
know, and like you mentioned, having that passion, that like hunger for
Yep.
acting. Because they moved all the way here, so they're like really craving
Yeah.
being part of a studio. And then you drive outside. I don't know if you guys have been.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
right outside
You're on Burbank.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers is
Oh,
like
yeah.
right next door.
Yeah.
So like
You're
walking
in the
through there,
lots
it's
and
like
stuff,
in
yeah.
the lot.
It's
and
a
then
cool
you're-
part of Burbank.
And then you're
There's a lot of cool
drinking
stuff.
with your friends on the weekends
Yep.
when there's no filming, and then
Yep.
it's all just like wow.
You can go down the
acting.
street to Flappers
Oh
and
my
go
God!
see some
Yes,
stand
and
up,
listen
go to the
stand up.
movies.
Yeah, you can explore
You're in the
Taco Bell.
mix.
Taco Bell on Fridays. It's it's beautiful. But then you leave school,
Yeah.
and then you realize all the work that it really takes to even be part of one production.
Yeah.
And all the connections, which is something that in school is easy to do because then you're together with everyone there.
Yeah.
But then everybody leaves, and unfortunately, most people will leave.
Yep.
you know, because they don't get the visas or they don't end up working. So then,
or they run out of money just living here. So
I mean, oh my God.
The thing is, you can do all of the dream roles while you're in school, right? But then once you're out of school, you're not going to get that dream. You're not going to, whether it's in acting or any position on a crew, you're not going to just straight out the gate be the director or be the cinematographer.
Right.
A lot of times you have to do the
also
work
truth,
that
the
you might not
connections.
want.
You may not want to be that. Not maybe. You don't want to be that out the gate. Can you imagine?
Well, no, you don't. But like, if that's the goal, and like you're kind of like, crap, I got to do all of these. I got to work. I got to do all of these other gigs in order to make money. Right now, because you don't have the credits yet to get hired,
or pick up like a restaurant gig or like something. Some
it's
receptionist
expensive.
work.
It's a lot.
And that is the biggest like slap of reality, you know. But then you end up realizing, well, there is a way I can act. Me making my own things.
There you go.
Hey.
And that's how you connect. That's how we met through a lot. Like a lot of people that I work with to this day, I met through me coming up with a sketch or something like that. And you know, it's amazing.
I've
start to build your
so
tribe.
much. Like I've learned so much about comedy from working with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How?
Silly as shit.
What?
You would do things and like come up with things. We would do these sketches that were like completely not thought out. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We were just like,
also there's zero preparation for these
Excellent.
sketches.
I love it already.
We spent one summer shooting 30 sketches. 30.
Oh, that's
like
fucking
literally
awesome.
30 short films in like 3 months.
With editing and everything. I don't know how we were able to pull that, but we did.
It was crazy. We had this schedule where we would shoot 3 a day.
Yeah.
And it would be like for each of our channels, we would kind of do that. And, you know, and the quality is like dog shit.
Yeah.
But it was funny and it got us started.
It was some of the best things we've ever felt. In my opinion, we learned from each other so much.
Oh, yeah.
It
Like
was
the three of
school.
us were having a blast throughout it. And I think that's the main thing about creating your own content.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure with this podcast and your sketches and everything, if you are not laughing at your own stuff, you gotta find it.
We talk about it all the time, but like this job, this industry is so fucking hard, dude. It is so hard to break in. It's so hard and once you get in, now you're just getting started, and it's like and the amount of work that goes on to like just making it on a call sheet is so tremendously difficult, you know. And you go through all these things, and you get to a point where like, fuck, man, if I'm not having a good time,
why am I doing it?
I you know, if it feels like there's been points in my career even where like I caught myself having a thought of being like, dude, I had the same feeling I would feel like when I was working at the restaurant or some corporate gig or something like that. And I'm like, all the effort and the personal sacrifice that I put into getting here, you know, and now it's not even fun. I don't want to do it, man. So when we started doing, you know, Ever Forward, and we started writing a lot of our own stuff, you know, the films that we're pitching and the sketches that we're doing and all this, like that was the thing that Mair and I keep coming back to. We'll go on a walk in the morning sometimes and talk about kind of brainstorm first thing in the morning on the walk, and we'll talk about like what we want to do and stuff. And we have to keep reminding each other, like, look, man, at the end of the day, you know, if we're not enjoying it, if we're not proud of what we're doing, it's just not worth it, man. It's too much work. For very little return in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's also, you know, why you're doing this, it seems to me. Like, you know, I mean, you guys have it figured out. A lot of people don't. They don't really know why they're doing something, why they're even here doing acting. You know, a lot of the times it comes from inner wounds too, like wanting approval, wanting to be seen and stuff like that. And that could develop into people taking jobs just for the sake of being seen and not the sake of like wanting to enjoy what they're doing. And I get it. One of the things I've learned is to not really judge anybody's choices because they might need that.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, and who am I when I am also sometimes saying yes to auditions where I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm just going to do it because, you know, the money's great. They're paying so much.
Right.
I'm just going to audition. And then I leave that audition room and be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I need to do something for myself right now in order to balance it out.
Yeah.
Like this morning, I went to an audition for a female Sasquatch.
Oh, shit.
It was insane. They made me grunt.
Bro, I hope you get it more than anybody else I know. I mean that.
Appreciate it.
I mean that.
I'll
Anyone
let you
else?
know, man.
Anyone else that went out for that?
Yeah.
Fuck them, dude.
Yeah,
it's yours.
yeah,
if
yeah.
you believe it, it's yours.
Yeah, they said when I left the room, they were like, I don't need to see anybody else.
They all looked at each other
Yeah.
and they're like, "Is anyone else fighting off at
Yeah,
Chubbs?" Because
yeah.
that was the sexiest Sasquatch I've ever seen.
How was your morning?
My morning was great.
Yeah,
It was great. I was sweating first thing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Did you do any pre-Sasquatch like warm-ups?
No, I probably like should have. Well, I guess my warm up was they wanted to see me move, so I started like shadow boxing and stuff.
Let's go.
And they were like, "Now do it more like a Sasquatch." So I was like, "Oh, okay."
I love those comments from casting directors too.
Yeah.
Now do it more like you're angry.
Yeah.
Now do it more like you're sad. Something bad just
You're
happened.
like, do it more. But see, I thought that was angry. No. That was mad. I want you to do it angry.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's crazy. It's crazy. And you just like nod and you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you want.
Well, the weird thing was, so luckily I was the second person to go in because it was really early in the morning.
Yeah.
So there's one girl ahead of me. But you're sitting outside and you can hear what the other person is doing.
Oh, that's
Taking
right.
mental notes.
I try not to do that because I'm just like,
Yeah, you want to make it. You also want to do it the way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like our questions were a little bit different. I did not hear her doing a Sasquatch voice, so I wonder if it's something that like she left the room and then they were like, oh, we should ask. We should tell them going forward to do a Sasquatch voice. And I'm like, what is a Sasquatch? It's just like.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, get into can we? Yeah. And I went full tilt on it, the first one, and then they were like, maybe meet us halfway.
Dude, that's the best move though.
We should try it. Yeah.
That's the best move though. I always am a fan of like go full tilt and then I'll let you pull me back.
Yeah.
I want to see Tyler do his Sasquatch voice now.
Oh, dude, now here's my question: is it Lady Sasquatch or is it Man Sasquatch?
Lady
Sasquatch. What's my motivation?
You want the lady?
I'm the lady that wants.
Do you
the
want?
lady.
Oh, you want
do
the
it
man.
like
Scissor me timbers.
Oh.
Lady Sass. It's a little lady on lady sassafras action. All right. See, the first instinct that most people are gonna have, I always look at the audition and I'm thinking like, okay, what's everyone else gonna do? How do I do the exact opposite?
Really?
Yeah.
That's so. I love that.
Well, yeah, because look, casting is gonna get 500 tapes, and 475 of them are gonna all. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was a
You know, you can't roll
motivation.
up on daddy
That was
like
a motivation. That was a motivation.
That was good.
Was that the male one?
What's that? No, that was the lady.
Oh.
But that was the.
I got it.
Oh, wait. No, that was good. That
You
was
want
good.
to see it? Look, it's a big, thick boy.
Yeah.
I
My
just
hair is
plucked
like
out his
thread.
eyebrow hair
Really?
with my bare fingers.
So you like to do it differently?
Yeah, so like castings, you got to figure they're seeing a lot of people who may be doing a good read, but it's like they're taking literally what's on the page and not adding any of their own like razzle dazzle to it.
Yeah.
You know, I always say on here in life, and it's probably annoying, but like we all strive to give like a unique performance or be unique. But here's the factual truth is you are the only you that has ever existed in the history of the universe. You're the only you that will ever exist.
Yeah.
The sound of your voice, your experiences, your facial expressions, right? So just by you authentically existing as yourself, you're as unique. Anything you do from that page is already going to be as unique as it is.
You don't even need to force it, right?
No, not at all, right? Which is terrifying. Yeah. We talked about that on an episode before. Like one of the scariest things is just being yourself.
Yeah.
But if I had to bring what I deem myself to Sasquatch, Lady Sasquatch, I think
the conversation became so profound. I forgot that's what started it.
100% me too. Same.
Thank you.
Oh, the female Sasquatch. That's
That's right.
I like to keep one foot in the world and the other foot in the whimsy.
Yeah.
Lady Sasquatch for me is going to be something probably akin to. Okay, you ready for this? I'm actually going to put forth a line for you.
Please.
Yeah, let's go.
Where's my camera?
Do it.
My camera, ready?
Do it.
Cut.
Christmas shopping. We're getting ready for Christmas dinner, and I was just thinking of you. Oh, it looks delicious. Not a lot of meat on these bad boys, but they're cute though. I got it. We'll just fatten them up real quick. Good to go. Oh, yeah. Extra calories. Too small. Holy shit, look at this scrumptious fucker. Oh, what is that? You don't even have to skin it. Look, it's already evolved. Oh, yeah, you plump little fucker. I bet these taste like lollipops. Laffy Taffy.
Guys,
Yes.
I don't want to bring down the vibe or anything, but I'm going to warn you guys right now.
Ooh.
Tremendous amount of tit sweat.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel you.
No,
No,
it's
say
mine.
that for the OnlyFans.
Oh,
that you
yeah.
guys are promoting.
He needs
Yes.
a fan.
Yes. We should start an OnlyFans, but not put any nudies on there. Like, we'll make
Just
like,
actual information.
Yeah.
I've had that idea.
or we only sell like fans.
Well, you know how there's like the subscribe button on Instagram?
You're moving way too quickly from that. That
Sorry.
was amazing.
She doesn't appreciate my humor.
No, I think it's a good
great.
idea. I think it's a good idea. For my subscribe thing on Instagram, it's just like maybe once a month I'll post a behind the scenes photo.
Yeah.
So people subscribe being like, "Ooh, is it going to be sexy?" No. Never.
You
Nudie
just
pots
lost
are extra.
everyone watching this.
No. But we've
Spoiler
decided
alert.
we're gonna start putting out some real hardcore taboo stuff. If you go down like the categories of porn, like we probably will check every box. That's what we're planning on putting out. But what we
Like
need
what
from
we do or what we film?
all of it. It's all going to be on there. The only way that you're going to have access to the link, though, is if you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then you should, within a short period of time, get a link in your email. Go ahead. Tell you what, if you don't get the link in your email, go ahead and comment down below on all of our videos, like them, and that way we make sure we can see it. And we'll get you that
we'll get you that.
absolutely
We'll make
hardcore,
sure-
sinful.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to use the word guttural, but that's not an appropriate word for that situation.
It can be
Sure.
occasionally. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm expecting a lot of what the kids are calling pup play.
Pup play. Oh, pup play?
Yeah,
No.
you're right. I'm sorry. Oh, we could do naughty reenactments.
But I'll get you like a
of films.
collar. Let's do a collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking we do, like, you know how we did our porous lump thing for the
Oh my God.
skincare?
Yes.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Harry Twatter and the Sorcerer's Bone.
Yes. I love this.
Oh, that sounds great, actually.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yep.
Yeah.
Men in
Well,
Black chicks.
Yeah, this
Where
has
would
been...
where would I fit into that?
Well, we'll produce some. We can't be
Yeah.
in all of them.
Okay.
We're filmmakers. We're running this bitch.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has been great.
Oh, and there he goes. And there he goes. Indiana Bones in the
Yep.
Temple of Poon.
You guys should do it.
That's great.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. I'm definitely not the one that made those up. So,
Yes, sir.
you two met on hit web series Dhar Mann.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
Wait, hang on. Actually, real quick to segue into that. So you get out of NIFA.
Yeah.
And then you hit
Theater.
like,
I started doing a lot of theater.
okay,
before.
how did Dhar Mann come about in that? How long after that? And was it just like a
I want to say like about a year and a half after I graduated.
That's
I
pretty
was
quick.
doing a lot of theater, and then I booked one commercial. Forgot the brand, but that was my first national commercial.
Oh, it was
And
a
then
national?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then you want to hear a really funny what could have been story.
Actually, not really.
Yeah, I get it. And then after a year and a half,
No, tell me.
oh, well, now you don't get it. No, so I booked a commercial for Johnny Walker,
Oh, fuck yeah.
and they were filming the 21st of July,
Uh huh.
and I was turning 25 on the 22nd.
Oh,
Oh
so you.
no.
And I literally 12 hours difference. And I told them, I was like, guys, I'm going to be 25 in 12 hours. I booked it and everything. And then my agent reaches out and then he's like freaking out. And he's like, oh my God, let me please talk to them. Like, we need to book this. It was a lot. It was like $50K.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot of money.
Because it was like all over. It's going to be all over. And I'm like, I'm like nervous. I'm in my car. And then my agent calls me and says, they're not going to go with you.
Oh,
Such a
so they
bummer.
you didn't get
This
it?
is like Carlos. They're gonna go with another actor. And,
Oh, such a.
and for 12 hours, I didn't book a Johnny Walker commercial. That could have been
Man.
great.
I know.
And those are the hits that you take in this business, and you gotta be
and
okay with that.
A lot
Yeah,
of
dude.
people
gotta be-
probably don't know too. So for alcohol commercials, it's not. You don't have to. 21 is not old enough to be in an alcohol commercial. You have to be 25.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which is wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then, you know,
God, that sucks.
I did that. It was
Dude.
crazy.
One time, okay, I have been in this industry a long freaking time.
Yeah.
I've auditioned a lot. I've done probably 50 commercials, but
Wow.
I've never booked a national commercial. I've gotten regional, but never national.
Yeah,
And 1 month, I was just on a roll, and I booked 3 nationals in 1 month.
yeah.
3. Do you know what happened that month? COVID. I didn't film any of them.
God, that's bad.
But
Oh,
yeah,
my
I was
God.
so excited. I was like, "Oh my God, like things are finally happening."
I'm gonna buy
for
a
me.
house.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna buy a house. I'm gonna be okay.
Wow.
And then then it shut down, and I was like, well, maybe in 2 weeks everything will open back up, and they'll just delay the commercials.
What we all
Nope.
thought.
Yeah.
But you know what did happen? Dhar Mann blew up.
Oh yeah, that was around the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, going back to that, I mean, after that, I met Mair. I don't even know if it was on my first one with Dhar.
We didn't film together.
Yeah,
We met
so-
outside of that doing sketches.
Yes, that's crazy. We never actually filmed together.
We did, but that was after we had started filming our own stuff. Dhar saw that we had like a fan base
Wait, so then
together.
I assumed you guys met on Dhar Mann. How did you guys meet?
Yeah.
we met
Sketches.
through Chaz, because Chaz
Got
and
it.
I
Yes.
had worked. You had worked with Chaz on Dhar.
I worked with
had
Chaz,
with
and
him.
you worked with Chaz, and then the three of us became a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
The fun thing about that is that it all happened extremely quickly.
Yeah.
I had an audition to play husband.
Mm.
That was the audition on Actors Access. It said husband, good guy / husband,
Okay.
and I sent my tape. It was like $125 the hour, no, the day. And I was like, oh, that's great. You know, I'm great. I'm like, listen, this is when
You're
you're
like,
first.
I'm used to doing theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, I'm in theater. I pay to act.
Yeah. yeah.
And then, you know, I booked it. John, remember John? When
Oh,
John was
yeah.
in casting. John was in casting at the time, and John reached out, and he's like, yeah, so come through. Yeah, you booked it. And I was like, okay. I go there. He was in Hollywood, and then I met him and Ruben, who was in charge of like filming everything. It was a two-man team.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Dhar was.
Yeah.
I filmed that, and overnight, man, this crazy thing happened for me
Nobody
in
knew
social
who he
media.
was at the time.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't see the clip that I was with. You know, funny thing is, the way I realized my clip was viral was because a kid in Vaughn's reaches out to his mom. I'm like buying cereal, and this kid is like just staring at me. Like I'm buying cereal, he's like just like looking at me, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? Like, no, this is crazy.
Do I know this kid?
Like, yeah, do I know this kid? Who are you? And then he's like pulling the mom's hand, you know, and the mom is like, what? And then they talk, and I'm literally about to leave, and then the mom comes, and I'm like, oh, what have I done? Or maybe they're just racist, you know? Maybe they heard my accent. Maybe they
The
heard
kid's
it.
just mad
They wanna,
dogging
like,
you?
Pass me, yeah. I need, yeah. They're just mad at me, and then the mom's like, oh my God, you are the good guy. And I was like, the good guy?
Yeah, I am a good guy.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
noticing.
you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you talk to my ex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll tell you something
Yeah,
different.
She'll tell you. And then she was like, no, you're the good guy from YouTube. And then the kid asks for a picture. This is before I thought that I filmed something for a student, like a student
Yeah,
film.
yeah, because it's a small production.
Because it was a small 2-man production, and the script was super easy, super quick to film. And, you know, you leave most student films or independent projects thinking I'm either never going to see that
Right.
again, or I have no idea what they're going to do with my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I have no idea how this is going to be used, but
Yeah.
I need money. and I'm acting. I have a credit here,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
whatever,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And again, I'm used to doing theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I love theater. Oh my god, I'm talking. And, and that was it. And then literally, I looked it up, and it was at 12 million views.
Yeah.
What?
And I finally saw what that channel was, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, my Instagram." I didn't have a TikTok at the time. My Instagram was private. I was so against social media.
Yeah.
So I had no way of knowing this was a viral thing
that's
or that it was
hilarious.
happening. And that went all the way for the first 5 sketches that I did with him because they did good. John kept calling me. He was like, "Hey, you should come again. Let's do it." Now I went there knowing, oh, this is good.
It's
This is
funny
going
how he
viral.
calls them sketches because they're supposed to be dramas.
Well,
but
yeah,
we
but
made-
Wait, are they
made-
really?
sketches.
They're supposed to be dramas.
But we
No.
had a blast doing it, and I think that's
because
why we ended up calling them
because
sketches.
they were so bad, like the scripts were so bad that we were like, these are comedies.
Wait,
And-
no, for real, they're not supposed to be comedies. I'm not even being a dick. Like, I genuinely, any of the ones you haven't let me watch a lot, but the ones you've let me see,
We turned them into comedies. They're
No, but
written
that was
as
later
dramas.
on. That was later
Yeah.
on. Like when
Yeah.
you and me and Chaz started working together, they became very comedic toned.
yeah,
Yeah,
But at the beginning, they were full on dramas.
full on dramas. Yeah.
But that's probably
But
where
it was like La Rosa de Guadalupe from Mexico. It was like a telenovela for
Yeah.
America.
no. I didn't know that. So did they? Sounds like they already had an audience prior,
Yes,
but did
yes.
the audience like grow when it shifted to more like comedy?
yes,
Yes. So the way it happened was after booking this, I started working with them. And again, my social media was private. I didn't care. I was just focused on working
Right.
on something that was seen by people. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is good. It's good. I might use this for my agency because I was looking for an agency at the time. So I was like, this might work to get people interested in like
Yeah, and they're shot
representing it,
pretty well. They look like
Yeah.
the
Well,
cinematography
they
is pretty good.
weren't.
Oh,
Yeah.
at the beginning,
They
well,
weren't at
in
the beginning.
nothing
In the-
is.
Yeah.
Once
Then it
Ruben
became
or
a
once Rishi
whole-
came on board,
Yeah.
it became a bit
like
when,
a whole production. And so to kind of summarize everything, then after that COVID happened.
yeah,
And
we got the
that's-
way of
yeah.
because they were quote unquote. This is what we were told. I don't know if it's actually true. Like, so we weren't allowed. Nobody was allowed to film. Nobody was allowed to work. But we were considered essential workers, but we never got that type of pay because they were mental health videos. Now that's what we were told.
Oh, really?
Now
That's
that I
smart.
know how the company runs, I think that was bullshit. Just
you know,
to keep us
know why
filming.
I live
But-
a very quiet and happy life?
What's that?
I don't ask.
You don't ask questions. That might be a good approach.
I just go where I'm called.
Yeah. Well,
It's good mark of an actor.
So when I had started, they were not on YouTube yet. It was just Facebook, and I didn't think that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it started on Facebook,
Oh, really? Yeah. I heard something like that.
and they had like one video that had done like 70,000 views or something like
Yeah.
that, and they kept. I never auditioned. I never submitted for anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, eventually I auditioned. What happened was that John,
Yeah.
the producer, kept emailing me and being like, "Hey, we found your profile. You really match this
Oh, wow.
thing, this character. We would love to get you in." And if the pay was so low, I was kind of like, ugh. And then I was like, they kept reaching out. And I was like, okay, cool. And it was like this cheerleader type of role. I was 29. So I was like supposed
Oh, so this
to
is
be
well after of course it was well
Yeah.
after we met. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I'd once again done a bunch of commercial work and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I was like, well, I want to do more narrative stuff. I looked at the script. I was like, this is terrible. But I was like, screw it. Whatever. I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
that day.
Why not go?
Why
act?
not make a couple of bucks, whatever. And, I'll be acting. It'll be fun. So I did. And I was like, and they obviously really want me because they keep reaching out. And then they just kept calling back and calling back and calling back. And I
they
was
had
like,
the regular cast.
yeah. And I was just like, well, no one's ever going to see this. Right. And then I started getting tagged on Facebook and I was like,
Oh.
well, and I would look at it and I was mortified because it was shot so terribly and the lighting's awful. And I was just like, I look bad. And I was just like, okay. And I was like, well, whatever. It's my family members. They think I'm retarded anyways. Fuck it. So I just like, I was like, only family members are on Facebook, whatever. And then only fams. And then,
oh, damn, Tyler. That's 2 for 2.
And then it moved over to YouTube, which became a younger audience. And that's when
they hit their stride, kind of found their market.
Well, they made a lot of money on Facebook.
YouTube was where
it started to really kind of blow up.
Well, that's when the production started getting better. We got new directors. Actually,
I'm sure that's when they got me too. Then
it was right around that time.
Yeah,
right around when Rushi came.
Didn't know. Yeah, and I'm sure that was the first time that I kind of knew about the company when it hit YouTube.
Yeah, so it was probably right about that time. Yeah.
What was the first one that you guys did together?
Ooh, a gold digger one?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I've seen a couple of those. Those are funny.
Yeah. I mean, it was always around the same concept, you know? And it's crazy, and that's why me and Mair get along so well, because we both had such different ways.
Yeah.
When she said she couldn't even look at herself in the you were like, oh my God, this is so bad. That was my real for a year and a half, man.
Yeah.
I was just so proud of it. I was like, oh, this is great, man.
Well, you had better quality.
Yes, but also it was the fact that I was so not naive. What is the word when you don't really? It's not also innocent.
Naive is
but there's another one that I've been called before.
Were you just green?
No, I've been told you're
ignorant.
It's gonna come.
How dare you? This is our guest. What's the matter with you?
Ignorant.
I'm gonna have you go sit down with our HR.
Where's HR? It's the alien.
Yeah.
I
think you just need to chill, man.
Oh my God, I can't remember. But I mean, basically, I was just more focused on the good that I guess I passed along. But I was really, and that's why we learned from each other so much, because then Mair came along and Mair really made me value my work more. You know, because I was used to a lot of the times just not really asking for what I'm supposed to in this industry. And she, ever since the first day I met her, she was always very direct with what she wanted, with the way she should be treated. And that's something we could learn. You know, in this business, everybody could learn more.
Oh, bro, I talk about it all. I tell her all the time. I think on one of our episodes recently, I went on a whole tear about it, that you're so unapologetically yourself.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing.
It's a really beautiful thing. Yeah. It's a really beautiful thing, and it's to you it comes more naturally, but to other people it's a really hard thing. So just by you being that way, it kind of inspires other people.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I think it's, we're so trained to be so grateful for the work that we get.
Yeah.
Which I am, right? Mm-hmm. I'm always grateful for a job and to have the opportunity to be a working actor, right? But I don't appreciate being taken advantage of. I have been my entire career. And it's like, at what point do you start valuing, where do I start getting treated properly? At what point, after your hundreds of millions of dollars that you have made off of my face, at what point can I pay my rent? At what
Fair
point?
question.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yeah.
Seriously. And and we're talking, I share an apartment. What are you talking? And
I think that's why we created the perfect balance. When we first started working together, we both learned, because I knew that a lot of the times I had to bring that attitude to make everybody feel like this could be fun. Right. Sure. This is not something we would 100% do if this was our script, but we could have fun. We can laugh about this and stuff like that. And when we started working together, it was amazing.
Yeah.
We created the sketch comedy group based on that.
Yeah.
And
you mean after you guys left
and Chaz had a great idea where he was like, we should use this following that we were all building at the time on our own and like really make profit of this, you know? And that's how we started working together. And the comedy, like, it just hit. It was like we made great chemistry.
Yeah.
And people were really digging that. And Dhar Mann saw that, and we started being called together.
Yeah, we would be called together
to film together.
To film together.
And then we added the comedy into the sketch, into the Dhar Mann. And Ru, she was part of that. Mike, I forgot who else was part of that. But like amazing direct Carlos. And to be fair, those are my favorite moments, just filming with them on set with Dhar. Because it felt like
Mario,
you were still
Joe.
you were making content, you were filming, you were there on makeup. With a call sheet, you were doing what you came to do.
You're
doing the thing, and you're doing it with friends.
Well,
you know,
without makeup.
That's right.
They didn't give us makeup.
They didn't.
They
So
didn't
who
give
would
us
help
wardrobe.
me? I think it was Sarah. Sarah would always help me with makeup.
Probably both of us.
Yeah, maybe you two were like always helping me out with that. Yeah.
No, but we didn't. And I would be really frustrated because I would be like, this is ridiculous, guys.
And you know, even after the fallout and everything that happened, a lot of people always ask me that. They're like, so was it really horrible? Like, was it insane? And I always tell them, I like to think about the benefits from doing that. And I can only come up with two, which is the people I met.
Yeah.
The network we created, which is, you know, a big part of the only reason why we're still friends.
A lot of you guys are still close.
Yeah. And the following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every day, like, and I mean this, like the people watching us, they are the best.
Yeah.
They are
great.
they are the most supportive people, like, that you will find. I mean, I'm sure you know this on your videos, but everybody's so nice to every time you post something.
It feels like a community too, like the way, like, you know, like Abby and some of the other friends that
they
you
are
made that
so
follow
beautiful.
you.
Yeah.
Like, it's
the fans
really
are
cool.
amazing, and they truly. I mean, every time I go out, and I still sometimes when people come to me and they're like, "Hey, man, your videos inspired me. Hey, man, thank you for that. Like, that was amazing." It makes my whole day.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Like because it's such a, you don't know the effect that you're building onto someone, and that's everybody as humans. You know, you never really know what you're doing for the other person. You just kind of do something.
Man, sometimes
Changes
even
people's lives.
Yeah.
sometimes like it may be like some silly shit that you work on or whatever that you're like, oh fuck, you know, it didn't do much for me creatively, or I'm not a fan of like the experience I had on it, or whatever kind of prejudice you have towards it. And probably totally valid. But then you have to remember, like, there's someone that's working some like job they hate.
And they see that.
And yeah, like on their lunch break or some shit, they go and they pop out their phone and they just want a little escapism, a laugh or something. And they can watch that and they're like, at least for a moment, I felt better, you know? And then they see you and you're like, oh, son of a bitch, dude, that's somebody that gave me like a mental hug when I needed it.
You know, and Mair has so many kids, like girls that probably look up to you in that sense.
Dude.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super, that's the sad part of it, is like you don't want to kind of like burst the bubble with the kids and being like, this thing that you're watching was massively like treating people terribly, right? And taking advantage and stuff. But like you know, while grateful for the opportunity and stuff, what frustrates me is like, if I'm going to do something, one, the scripts are really horrible. They're not written well. It's a bastardization of our art form, right?
What does that word even mean?
It's like you're taking...
Oblivious.
Oblivious is what you're looking for. We got back to it.
I've been called oblivious many times.
So it's it's taking our art, like what we take seriously, and it's like, okay, I know if I make this really cheesy and corny and like easily digestible for people, I can make a lot of money off of it. But then the people whose faces are attached to that content forever, you're taking advantage, like the business model is taking advantage of desperate actors who aren't going to say anything because they feel like they're replaceable. But like at a certain point in time, I couldn't stand for it anymore. I was like, 5 years of my life.
Yeah, you were.
I can't, and you won't even talk to me. Like I can't, and you don't even know what I'm going to ask for. But you're like, no, you take these table scraps, or get lost. And I can't just get lost. I am tied to that forever. There is not a single place I can ever go for the rest of my life where somebody will not recognize me from that. It was too big. It's. I will always be remembered that way. And if that's the case, then I need to be compensated fairly for that. It's more, you're getting more views than most network shows. So
that's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
So, and it's not storytelling where I'm like, man, like Lord of the Rings, famously, a lot, Kate Blanchett did not get, she's like, man, they barely paid me. Like,
really?
Yeah, because they didn't have the budget for it. But it's such an iconic character that she's so proud of. And I'm not proud of those characters. I'm glad that I did them. Yeah. But like, they're not, I'm glad that people enjoy
not the
them.
Characters that you would,
But it's like, okay, if I'm, all right, so I'm just going to make you all of this money. I have nothing to show for it except for, a following, yes.
Yeah.
But okay, cool.
Yeah.
I that's not enough. It's not fair. Like maybe at first when I was like, okay, but then years and years later where I'm like, okay, cool. Like but the following is here because they like me.
Yeah.
I'm worth something to you and to your product and to your vision or whatever. And you can't just give me table scraps. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to leave, and I'm going to make noise when I go because I know what happens if I don't make noise. Then you're just going to pretend that I never happened, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yeah. So that was my feeling on it. Yeah.
Eat the rich.
Like, share, subscribe with all your friends because we're really trying to hit 1 million subscribers, and obviously we've got like a little bit of a ways to go.
Okay, look, that was really good. I'm gonna do it one more time, but this time can you try it? Just not be so you.
How do you want me to do it?
It's just do it like I would. Okay, from the top. All right, speeding. Action.
Get ready for great content. Mondays at 1 p.m. 2 p.m. hopefully. And if you have any problems, you make sure that you call us. Oh, but they don't have our numbers.
Okay, so beautifully enough, after I left the company, I went through what was the biggest breakup of like a 5-year relationship. And everything put me on a place where my identity as a person, like everything
breakup
I thought
and
I was.
leaving Dhar Mann.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
In life, everything comes like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, you're changing now. You're developing. You're becoming a new. Your next chapter.
Right.
Everything should be turned apart, and that hurts. That's scary. It's chaotic, and I lost the fear of losing things, if that even makes sense.
Going through that.
Yeah.
You lose the fear. You end up going into this state where like the worst things that could have happened, and then you're like, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm still here, and I can still create. I can still do things.
I'm still breathing.
I did something that it's insane. Sounds insane to say it, but I know you two are interested. But I went to Mexico, and I did
Crazy. Well, who would do that?
Who would do that?
Wild.
To Tijuana. No, I went to Mexico and I did ayahuasca.
No shit.
Yeah, and I did all kinds of ceremonies of psychedelics to like really get to the bottom of it.
What was that like?
It was the way I like to say it. The easiest way to put it, because I can talk for hours and hours about each one of these ceremonies, about the healing that was done in each one of these, nights with these plants. They are truly a tool that could be either used for right, or they could become an escape for a lot of people. And that's like everything else in life, So I could talk for hours and hours, but to put it simple, the way it felt was a complete detachment of an identity that I had created.
Ego death.
Yeah. One of them. Because a lot of, like, now I'm best friends with my ego.
Oh, no.
A lot of, like, here's the thing. Tony. Here's the thing about ego. Like, we try to kill it. We try to like hurt it. We try to be but it's such a beautiful side of us.
Yeah.
You know, we all need that inside. Like, it's not something that you should kill. And I get when people are proud of that, but it's truly meant to be a tool, and it's truly meant to be like a friend of you. You know, I was talking to a friend months ago, and he said something beautiful. He said, ego might have been driving, and that's why you felt like you were on the passenger seat. Because ego, the identity, wanted all these things, wanted approval, felt attacked every time somebody would attack you, felt triggered, and all these things, but you were on the side. But when you take over and you sit down there, ego can take the passenger seat and still be there as a companion, but you are the one in charge of how your life is going.
It's I think
no more victim.
I think that's a perfect way to put it, and I think people confuse the word ego with arrogance.
Yes,
arrogance can be a side effect of an ego out of control.
Yes, disbalance. Exactly.
You know?
All these things. You know, like when you get triggered, when you hurt people. Selfishness, all of these are ways the ego, when it's not balanced, you can start attacking other people or take everything personal and stuff like that. You know,
every decision that people make in life can be distilled down to a decision that's made for one of two reasons. It's either a decision that's made out of love, or it's a decision that's made out of fear. And that fear and that love can take many different forms. That fear can come in the form of, you know, you're behaving a certain way because deep down it's actually insecurity you're feeling, or you're feeling maybe vulnerable, or you're feeling scared or less than in some way. Or you could look at that same situation from a viewpoint of love, and love not necessarily in like the most literal sense, but a loving sort of outlook on it, a way of like being like, okay, X, Y, and Z happened. You know, what did I learn from it? How can I improve? What could I have done differently? You know, what can I take from this? And sometimes it's a very small thing, like, you know what? This shit around me sucks. There's nothing I can do about it.
A pattern of behavior that you need to break. Something as small could end up resulting in like a complete different person.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. Absolutely. So you go. So you go. This is your first ayahuasca trip, and you do like the whole fasting ahead of time.
Yeah, I did everything. I mean, it was mostly I was nervous, and I was like scared to death. But then, I really did it with the right people, and I'm really happy about that because I think it's such a you never know who you're going to do it with. So you should always be careful, and you should always like know what you're getting into and know what who you're doing it with and everything. Do your research and everything about it, you know, because there's all kinds of really messed up things that are said about all of this online. So you always want to like lead yourself by the people that have done it. How is their lives? That is a beautiful thing. Like, how do they live? This is who I'm going to listen to, and that's something I learned too. It's like, who do I listen advice from? Somebody, I'm going to look at their lives. I'm going to look at their relationships. I'm going to look at the way they look. I'm going to look at the way they behave when something bad happens to them. Because it's super easy to preach, but like to really put it into action, I respect that 10 times more, you know?
1,000%.
So I was very lucky to do it with people that had been doing it for a while, and you know, you go through all this, like, I was terrified. Like, I remember walking in there and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Everybody was like dancing. Everybody was like wearing these outfits that had animals in them and like patterns and everything. And I was like, you've literally failed in life. I was telling that to myself. I was like, how did we go back from Hollywood to here with a bucket where I'm supposed to vomit? Like, and then I was like, what is this? And then, you know, but then you start getting it. You take it, and then you're like, oh. And then when that first wall breaks, and that's only something that, you know, cannot be really said in words, but then when the wall of ego and overthinking and identity falls, it hits you, and then you're like, got it. So this is what we really are, and this is all there really is. And after that, the person I took it with, the best thing he could said was, this was your own personal experience. Therefore, you should never tell people this is how they're going to feel.
Right.
Every person is going to go through their own process, through their own journey, just in life. But I'm glad that it was kind to you, because it was a beautiful experience to me. But I know some people were fighting very strong fears within and like wounds, because what it does, it scientifically, it like stops all overthinking and it puts your DMT levels that are already created within the human body, but it like heightens them all the way up so that you actually start remembering things, so that you start bringing things from your past that you might have forgotten. It opens up emotions that you were holding on to for such a long time. It sometimes creates a body behavior that you were not really aware of. So like if you have pain in certain parts of your body, it will tell you why.
Interesting.
And things like that. It's and there's this sense of mystery that cannot be put into words.
That's what
which is where
says.
like there's this sense of things. Yeah, and there's some things that will happen that you just cannot really explain. And I left that, I remember waking up at 8 a.m. and I was like, oh my God, I'm insane. Like what? This is messed up.
Yeah.
But I did the whole journey of discovering that it's still just a tool.
Yeah.
While some people really do end up making that part their whole life, I respect that. Like people do end up becoming like so into doing these ceremonies every
like
weekend.
Shamans.
Like yeah. And I respect that a lot. And good. For me, it became a tool. It became what allowed me to see that I had become an identity, in the sense that I had been the good boyfriend, the actor, the son, the friend. But who am I really?
Yeah.
When you take away everybody around you, when you take away all your material things, what remains? It's a scary thought, because we depend on all the things that are around us to be there. We depend. That's who we build.
That's how we tell ourselves
that's Carlos. I mean, for me, that was like that's Carlos.
Table.
Those relationships are Carlos. That money is Carlos. Those gigs are Carlos. And I was like, no, I need to. Who am I so that I don't depend and I don't have any attachment to anything around me? And that's what I was saying before. Detachment became my favorite friend because I started enjoying everything that comes into my life with the knowing that if it leaves, I'm still going to be okay.
Yeah.
So any job, any opportunity, any relationship, I accept it, embrace it, and I love it while it's still there. But I'm detached to the idea that that's what makes me. That is the biggest tool that these plants gave me. And at the end of the day, it's a tool because it was allowed you to see some sort of like behavior. And that's why when people come to me and they're like, well, I do that through prayer. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
If it works for you, or I do that through meditation, beautiful. Because it's the same. You know, you're approaching this level of self-healing where you are learning how to exist without all these things that surround you.
Trying to find who's underneath all the masks you've been wearing for so long.
And you can do that with everything, which is why, this big conception of like ayahuasca or plants, I think it holds a lot of power and it should be treated with that respect. And it's always just a tool more. Like it's always just something that you could also use for that sense with that intention, but you don't need it. It's not like some people leave from that and they're like, oh, you should all come do it. You should 100% come do it. It's not for everybody. And you can 100% reach that level of consciousness by reading a book.
Sure.
By watching a good movie. I mean, it's happened probably where you watch a movie and then you leave that movie and you're like, oh man, this did something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it did, but it did something.
And it could become
Superman.
Yeah.
Superman.
You left there knowing a man could fly.
No, I did.
God damn it, James Gunn.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude. I would love to do it.
I'm terrified of it. I have so many demons and such a crazy past, like life.
Yeah.
That of my own current life, but like that seems like a past life. I don't know that I want to ever open those doors. I've done I've worked so hard at closing them, and I know that's not healthy, but I just
who's putting that label into it? You,
I guess. I mean, it comes out like I have certain things like. But
if you live a happy life with what you have, including wounds and triggers, then there's really no need to change it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me you are living like a beautiful relationship, a beautiful career. There's no need, and that's something I always tell people, there's no need to be perfect, really.
Right.
And so if you don't want to see something because you feel it's not going to do any good, if anything, it's going to hurt, you don't need to really, that's when most people don't realize. You should always aim for change and becoming better. But also, you got to accept that it's okay to not be perfect. And you got to accept that we're all messed up. Yeah. We all have things that we want to fix all the time, That's part of who we are. And if you can recognize them, that's half the work.
Yeah.
I mean, if you recognize what's not right, then you can act upon it. In the sense that, like, maybe not let it affect. Why you're just looking at me like, well, I got something.
No. I mean, I try.
But
Yeah, I try.
But there is people that don't have anything, and they truly want to find something.
They just feel really lost and maybe need to.
They lost in life. Yeah.
Maybe, and also too, like, we're fortunate that we have like good people around us and things like that, and people having good friendships, good relationships with family and friends and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Being able to have them help you recognize things in yourself and being open to it and trusting people in that way and stuff, that teaches you a lot about yourself too.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever seen any creatures? Any entities?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me. That's what I want to hear about.
You want to hear about it?
I want to hear about the entities.
She's like, fuck all this spiritual talk shit. Tell me about the aliens.
Profound things.
Well, technically, it's on a spiritual level.
I didn't see.
Right?
Here's something interesting that happens a lot. Are you guys big believers in that we're all creating our own reality?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that we're all only seeing what is really happening inside of our brains?
Like, I don't think that.
Like, what do you mean? Do you mean like what do you mean?
So, like, for example, look at a lion and a mouse, right?
Uh-huh.
The lion attacks the mouse.
Right.
Through the eyes of the mouse, how does that look?
Not fun.
Teeth.
Insane.
Right.
Through the eyes of a lion, it looks like
lunch.
Yeah. So they're both creating their own reality.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So as humans, do we create every experience and we label it? We create our own enemies, we create our own heroes, and it's all just not really real, therefore, because what might be a villain for you might be a hero for another.
Right.
So in the sense that collectively we have established laws. Collectively, there's laws. There's good and evil in this out.
Yeah. There's definitely
knowing that. I mean, but like when I mean reality is you create your own perception of things.
Right.
Therefore, you might see things that not a lot of people can. And you've seen probably people being able to see ghosts.
Yeah.
When other people can't.
Yeah, sure.
That's where it comes. Like, that's the... Scientifically, that's where that comes from. That if you believe in something, you will find ways of seeing it. Therefore, they exist and they're there.
Or I've always been able to, if I want something, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I always get it.
You
and
get it.
It might not be when I want. Yeah.
Including.
No.
He's like, wait a second.
Truthfully, I've gotten now
manipulation.
Wait a second. Did you manipulate the universe and trap me here?
I mind fucked the universe.
Woof.
To get it.
I have always been able to do that. Whatever I want, I get it. It's not always how I want or when I want it or what I was expecting. But
not details, but you get it.
Yeah, and if it's something, because if I like obsess over it and I'm like, I want that thing, I want that thing, it happens. Not material things really, but like just in life. You know?
It's kind of like it is kind of the law of attraction, right? Like we were talking about this the other day. I have this rule with us that if we're anywhere at any point in time, no matter what's going on, if we're able to see the sunset, I stop whatever we're doing and we go like here.
That's
we'll be in the middle of working,
man.
and like we go sit on the balcony and we'll hold each other for a second and we'll just take some real long, like box breathing kind of thing, you know, and remind each other, all right, drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth, relax your shoulders, breathe, you're present,
That's beautiful.
Feel like every part of your foot touching the ground beneath you, like really try to feel every part of your foot at the same time, touching the ground, touch your hands, smell my hair, like be present, right? Activate all your senses. And we were standing out there the other night doing that. And admittedly, I was in kind of I was in a weird headspace. We had a fucking
We had
weird,
such a weird week. Oh my God.
with a variety of emotions attached to it, like ups and downs, and all that kind of stuff. And I was just kind of in a mental funk, right? And we went out there and we're kind of taking our moment and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a big believer and becoming more of a believer in the frequencies we give off.
Yeah.
Frequencies or whatever you want to call it, but frequencies.
Energy.
It's a real fucking thing, dude. It's a real fucking thing.
It's, I mean, I could even say it's the only thing that really holds everything together.
It really is. And I've had a lot of, like you said, like I've always been able to, in one way or another, manifest what I want in life. It's never the way I thought I was going to get it. It's never in the time frame, just like you were saying.
Yeah.
But putting out into the universe, or for lack of a better term, or just saying, no, this is mine. I demand this for myself, or even going as far as like telling yourself it's already mine. I have already got it. You listen to successful people. Jim Carrey goes on rants about this all the time. Dude, he goes on rants all the time about how he just decided.
You decide that it's yours and then you get it.
Yeah.
And what happened when you did that?
Dude, I shit you not. No sooner did we have that conversation on the balcony than we go inside.
And he specifically was like, he's like, work is going to come. The jobs come when we need them.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in stressing over everything. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It always comes to us.
Yeah, because I've had personally kind of a dry like month or so. I'll have like spontaneous, really cool gigs that'll pop up occasionally, but they're few and far between sometimes, And money's been kind of tight this month, and we've been, stressing spaghetti. And we have this whole kind of moment on the back. We go inside, we hang out that night and enjoy the evening. Next morning, I get a phone call from this really, high level stunt coordinator offering me a job for Monday. And then on a show, quick little gig, but definitely like a super exciting gig that'll help pay the bills. And then either right before that happened or right after in the same day, I got hit up about a video game gig, having some dates.
2 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make that up. That's what I mean.
Yeah. And you can call it coincidence and maybe, but
whatever you want to call it, but it's something, the mystery of it.
Yeah.
I like to call it the big mystery of life, because there are things you cannot really explain, but they make sense when they happen.
Exactly. And I always kind of think about that experiment you see people do sometimes, where they'll have like a plate or a bowl of water, and it's completely flat and still, right? And then they'll play music, and the different frequencies of music send ripples through the water. They change based on the frequency, right? And if you think about it, the human body is like we're like 80% water.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's been scientifically proven that humans give off energy, in fact, I'm pretty sure at one point in time there was a train station or a building of some kind that had these sensors in the floor that would take the electricity from all the people walking, and it would power the building, right?
Yeah.
So it stands to reason, if we've proven the fact that we give off some form of energy, frequency, electricity, whatever the fuck it is, and if we're made up of 90% water, just based on those two facts alone, we are absorbing the frequencies around us.
Yeah.
And it is sending some form of ripple through our body, and vice versa. What we put out is rippling into the
and that'll manifest throughout
Yeah.
it. I mean, if you really look at it, if you take away the material side of things, body, everything, if you really strip everything from its material form, its energy, then you could move through it. You can move around it. You can do everything. That's a big belief I have, that everything is just energy, and we're all just flowing through it in this huge cosmic body that we don't even know about, I want to do an exercise with you guys.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
We're going to get immersive here.
Okay.
If you guys are watching this too, do it. It's super fun.
Okay.
Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
Open your mouth. No, okay, close your eyes.
Oh, no. I grew up in the church. I'm not falling for this again. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me 67 times, I might be the problem. I might be asking for it.
Okay, close your eyes. And then I want you to really think for a second, if you were receiving something that you've been hoping for, whether it's money, whether it's news, whether it's health for a family member, whatever you want to receive, what happens? Like, immediately imagine that phone call. The voice, how it feels to know that you're getting what you want. And then open your eyes. Did you feel that sometimes goosebumps, sometimes like energy of like,
I don't know if it's excitement or
I got it. Yeah. That frequency, people say that the things that you want in this material world, in whatever's around us, the law of attraction, the way it works, and I read this in a book that I really love. Instead of asking the universe for things, you align yourself with the vibration of the things that you want. So if you want a job, if you want abundance, if you want a relationship, you put yourself into that sense of gratitude as if you already had it. Therefore, if when you go into these manifestations, when you're closing your eyes and imagining having what you have, your body feels it. And without even knowing, energetically, you've reached a level where you are in sync with what you want. Therefore, it just manifests. Same thing happens when you're on the other side. So we had this person, she came about 3 months ago, and she said, like, I keep having people break up with me. And I keep having the most toxic relationships, and I don't know why. And then I went through her day, and I was like, what do you do every morning? What do you do? Like, the small things, you know? And she said, like, well, I clean every morning while listening to Juan Gabriel. And I was like, oh, well, let me look at the music you're listening to. Everything was about broken hearts. Without her even knowing, she was putting herself on my love is not right, you know? And vibrational wise,
she's living in that.
So subconsciously, you are creating things for yourself without you even realizing them.
That's so fucking true, man.
If you change that with little things, with little actions in your life, subconsciously you will start like vibrating on a different frequency, therefore manifesting in the real material world what you want, what you need.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's fucking awesome. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And the older I've gotten, the longer I've been doing this and just existing in the world, the more true it seems. I would never claim to have any sort of proof or really any sort of like, I don't know, like scientific information I could throw at somebody. I can only base it off my own experiences and learning from people much smarter than me or people that I respect more. Yeah. But that really does seem to be the common thread. You hear from people, some version of that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all perspective. I always say, like, you can look at, say you're looking at, you know, you're sitting on your front porch and you're looking out, right? Yeah. At like the world. And you have two pairs of glasses. You got the blue glasses and the red glasses. You put on the blue glasses.
Everything's blue.
Everything's blue.
Yeah.
Take them off. Put on the red glasses. Yeah. Everything's red. The world didn't change.
It's how you looked at it.
How you looked at it.
Yeah, and it's all subconscious. Every ritual or prayer or whatever you're doing to create something. I mean, do you guys do any sort of cleansing whenever you're like, I don't know, lighting a candle?
I'll do things. It depends on what I'm doing. I don't have like one specific.
But you do little things, right?
1,000%.
Yeah. So you know the intentions,
even going out on the balcony.
Yeah. So the intentions you have behind it, it's everything. Because if a person is lighting up a candle and they're saying, "With this candle, I am cleaning my room," subconsciously, that's already happened,
right? Because
they created a ritual to affect their subconscious mind to get to a point where they want to be.
It's the first step in that
it's
thing.
It's the belief.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you there.
Yeah.
So people have rituals that are like, oh, if I make my bed every morning, I will feel like I'm going to have an organized day. That's a ritual. Yeah. Even going to the bathroom could become a ritual of cleansing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm cleaning myself right now. Yeah. Okay, subconsciously, you're like, cool, we're clean now, man. We're good. And then you're going to feel more energized. You're going to feel like, okay, I'm great now.
I'm crushing it, dude.
I'm crushing it today, dude.
I wiped my ass this morning. World, look out.
Look out,
Here
world. I can do anything.
They call him Clean Tushy Tackett.
Yeah, so yeah, Mair, I saw aliens.
Okay, so you saw aliens?
After this huge.
Are we in
she was like, but did you see them?
Are we in simulation? Are aliens God? What is your view?
I'm about to say something insane.
Yes.
I think.
Oh, fuck yeah, we're here for it.
I think everything is real, yet nothing really is. Try to really look at that, though. It's only real for the people that have seen it. it might be real for the people that haven't, but for other people that don't believe in it, it's never going to be real.
So, yeah, okay.
For
It's
me,
like-
they are real because I saw things moving that I did not know moved. I saw stars. I saw beings, but not beings that are like portrayed in movies or stuff like that. More like light beings, like white beings, like full energy. Like imagine like
just energy
a bright
beings,
light.
yeah.
Like I saw that. I saw animals that were not there. But if I tell another person, oh, they exist, they're gonna be like, no, they don't.
Well, because you've never. It's like telling somebody, like telling a dog about a color that they've
Yes.
never seen before.
They're never gonna. Yeah.
For them,
Telling
it
your
doesn't
cat about
exist.
the internet.
Yeah, for them, it doesn't exist. But for us, it does.
Yeah.
It's like talking about a television show that no one's ever seen before. And they're like, that's not real.
Yeah.
But it is to
Yeah.
those who have seen it.
Yeah. So collectively, we can create that however we want to. I mean, if aliens do end up showing up, I think everybody's gonna be like, all right, no, they're real.
Carlos was telling the
No,
truth.
They're real. They're real. But also, some people might not see them because they're so affected
Cloaking
in
device.
Yeah, or they're gonna see it and be like, that's drones.
Yeah.
Because in their mindset, their subconscious, they're never gonna even allow themselves to believe they exist.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's like people who refuse to see the truth, even if it's in front of them. Like there's some people who like they can, whatever it is, they can convince themselves that like a certain narrative is a certain way because that's been their belief system. They're very confident in that, and they will not believe anything else.
Yeah. Therefore, everything is real, yet nothing really is.
Yeah. My God. I got to be honest, man. I thought we were going to have mostly just some giggles and some silly talk. I was not emotionally or mentally prepared.
Is she not Warren who she was inviting?
Carlos is one of my favorite people because he's like an anomaly. He's a fucking goofball. He's a total nerd, but he's also like so fun and so cool and like such a ladies' man too. Like it's just you're just
This
a
is
whole
high
bunch
endorsement.
of. It's
This
a
is
bunch
what I
of
was expecting
different-
at the beginning.
Yeah.
He's a bunch of different things. And then because he's so silly and like doesn't take himself seriously, it's fun to see this side of him, which not everybody gets to see.
You earn it.
Yeah, unless like,
I don't really show this.
Yeah.
This is probably the first podcast where I've talked about all of this because it's such a it's a private thing and it's sacred and it's truly something that it's like people sharing their healing journey. It's tough and it's like, but you do it and I trust you too, and that's why I did it here today.
And look, it's just the three of us here. No one else is going to hear.
No one's gonna wait. Were you recording?
Recording what? Oh my God. All right. Well, no, that's beautiful. And truthfully, this show is, we're all about the silly, but the reason we started this shit in the first place was just to tell people that, like, look, if you believe in yourself, if you're willing to work hard, and all that kind of stuff, you can have the things you want. So we like getting a little deep on here.
It's a good idea. It's fun to be able to see people for who they really are. That's the fun thing about podcasts is like just getting to like see people and be like, oh, I like them, and now I like their view on things. Or like hanging out. It feels like you're hanging out with a friend sometimes.
Put a wig on them, and I want to see them dance.
Yeah. And to your credit, you two are amazing at it. Like the way you guys make your guests feel. I've seen a couple episodes. I've seen Michael's episode. He was so unhinged. I don't know how y'all did it.
That had nothing to do with us. That had everything to do with
Michael
Mr.
is
Vaccaro.
insane. I love
Michael.
him. And then,
That's just Vaccaro.
And I saw one between just the two of you. I think it was probably one of the first ones that you guys introduced.
Yeah.
But I think you guys are so good at creating the dynamic with your guests.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And I'm excited
we're
to see
just
what you guys
hanging
can
out.
do next.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
like that because a lot of people don't really, they might get scared thinking, oh, it's an interview, a podcast. But you guys make it so,
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're just shooting the
it's just
shit.
a conversation.
We're just shooting the
Let's
shit.
talk,
You
let's
know?
Yeah, hang
chat.
out.
Let's be weird.
Let's get fucking weird.
Let's get
so,
weird.
to send us off,
Yeah.
I'll throw a couple questions at you
Yes.
real quick.
Oh, and also you are rehearsing for a new play.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
shout that
guys,
out.
come see it. I have 3 plays coming up.
Hell
You guys
yeah.
want to
Shit.
see it? One of them is
Well,
Cowboy Electra. That's in October. Telenovela, Christmas Carol in December, and Eternals at the 4th 48-hour short and sweet festival or something like that.
Nice.
That is in November. Yeah.
Cool. Where are those? Those are all in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, those are all in LA, guys. If you, I don't remember the dates or
Why don't
places.
you shout out your socials because people will be following
My
you.
social is Carlos has joined.
Nice.
And I created it because people were like, "Why are you not on Instagram? You should join."
Carlos has joined. Fucking
and on
genius.
TikTok too.
Yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah.
TikTok. Carlos has joined.
Yeah, so you'll be posting stuff about when all that goes live, where they can get tickets and
We'll see. Yeah, please come see theater. Theater. We need theater.
Yeah.
Especially with the AI.
your first introduction.
We need theater. Come see theater. I'm a theater guy.
If I haven't made it clear yet.
I like theater.
Ty's first introduction to you was in a dress at the LGBT
doing
Youth
the
Center.
Happy Fall.
Yeah.
What a good way to, because you do stunts, and I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
So.
I was
What
like,
a
I'm going to bring
crazy
you to a
way.
stunt show.
I thought it was
Crazy
really
way.
fun. I
We had
enjoyed
fun,
the hell
yeah.
out of myself.
Yeah, what a beautiful introduction, man.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was the first time we met, wasn't it? And then we get
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Mayor's like, you
Over
came,
stunts.
You came out, and Mayor's like, that's Carlos. And I was like, oh, right on. And then I forget what your first number was or whatever, but it was something wild, and I was like, I'm gonna like this guy.
Everything I do on theater is nice.
Yeah. No AI, just
Stage theater.
Yes, sir.
Theater.
Okay.
Okay. So how about this? Give to the folks at home one piece of advice, some sort of a life lesson that you have, maybe everything we just talked about was
Maybe
enough.
that you could tell your younger self.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What's something you would pull 20-year-old Carlos aside and tell him?
Don't change anything.
I
really think the person I am today is because of every single thing that has happened until today.
Yeah.
Me trying to change that past would probably affect who I am in the present, and I'm so happy with who I am. So like the one number thing is do not change the downs because they are going to create the ups in the future.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And
I
you
love
will
that.
not know how to be grateful with something until you have lost it.
Yep.
So you need to go through that. Therefore, that's one of the reasons why I don't really give advice to friends anymore, because they need to go through their own. You
don't want to hijack their journey.
Each person needs to go through their journey.
Yeah.
Because I remember being there and people coming to me and being like, you should do this. And I was blindsided.
Yep.
Because I needed to go through that, you know?
I want to create a character for you where you're like a psychopathic psychiatrist who takes that advice, but like in an evil way.
Yeah.
And you're
That's
like,
great.
you have
Oh,
to
you
go
have no
through
idea.
it. Yeah.
I could do that 100%. Oh, you're mad at me? I'm your reflection.
Yeah.
I am tired of being your reflection. That happens in your world, not in mine.
You do sound like my therapist.
Yeah.
This was so much fun, buddy. Thanks for coming and hanging
My
out.
pleasure. Thank you so much, you guys. I
You're
love
such
you
a treat
both.
of a human,
Thank
buddy.
You, thank
so
you.
fucking talented and so wise.
Thank
so
you,
wise.
man.
Are you hungry?
I am hungry, but before we go munch, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that little notification bell down at the bottom so you can stay up to date with all the videos. Make sure you follow Carlos. If you're in LA, go see the show.
Theater show.
And if you like this podcast, please make sure you share it with somebody who you think would also appreciate it, because that would really help us out.
Yeah, peas and carrots.
Peas and
Speaking
carrots.
of peas and carrots.